Hi guys, it's Marie again. In this second video, I will show you how to get started with Tableau Desktop and import your spreadsheet with your data to Tableau. I'm going to show you how to upload to Tableau. I have a Mac, so I have numbers down here. I'm gonna have to export my spreadsheet to an Excel file. You would click this and save this to an Excel file. My document is state data final for 2017. Go down here. Let's open Tableau. Okay, to connect to my data, I go to Excel. Saved on my desktop, so I scroll down. Here it is. Open it. And here's all my data, and then all my categories and stuff. Before you connect to your worksheet, you want to make sure that your geocodes and stuff like that are all right. These are all good. I have this here for my states. I'm going to go to my worksheet. Okay, now I'm ready to begin. First, I'm going to show you a simple bar graph. I'm going to put my dimension state in this column here. No, I'm sorry. That's going to go here. Okay. Now I'm going to work with one measure, which is clothing and footwear. Don't forget to change this to average. And here we are, simple bar graph with the percent change, and then all the states. And you also want to put the year in the pages. There we go. So it'll be more interactive this way. Then you scroll down here, changes from year to year. Okay, so we got that started. This is just like a basic bar graph in Tableau, which is also helpful for information visualization. But for business intelligence, we want to look at more like data analytics. Luckily, Tableau has a tab for that. Let's see. We have analytics right here. And then we have some options to show my analysis with some analytics. I'm going to start with showing you a 95% confidence interval. Okay, so this is the average here, right down the middle. And then here's our confidence interval. This says that we are 95% confident that the true population mean is 1.848. So we would say we're 95% confident that the population mean is 1.848. So you would say that we're 95% confident that clothing and footwear sales will increase by this amount, 1.848. That's important for businesses to know. They want to be sure about before they make a second move or move forward. They want to be very confident before they invest more time and money into doing anything else. That's why confidence intervals are important for business intelligence. And this is part of data analytics and like statistical methods that can help us make more educated guesses and before we move forward without really knowing the data and the facts. So this is where information visualization will really help that business intelligence. And then if you want to see a different variable, we'll go here. Just take this one down. Okay, go back to analytics again. And then here's our average and our confidence interval for furnishings and home equipment. So this category, the sales for 2013 have rose about 2.2%. So we're pretty confident that this category is rising much higher than clothing and footwear sales. This is a neat little feature that I didn't know Tableu had. It's pretty cool, especially with like statistics if you need to know like a definite number for things. It's pretty easy to work with. And it's also nice that you can scroll over certain states and it'll give you like little like layout of the year you're on and then what variable we're looking at, which is furnishings and home equipment. Then each state. This is helpful too when you want to narrow it down and see an exact percent increase for a certain state. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys another little thing with this, and I'm going to use a map. Let me change pace. So there's another trick before. You can't just really go to the map. I'll show you why. But if we click on this map, it actually, if we leave it the way it is, which is wrong, it will just show us scattered little, here's a little New Jersey, scattered little scatter plot with the shapes of the states, which is kind of cute, but it's kind of hard to really know what it means. So to use the real map graph, we will have to take this down for a second. We'll take this down. Let's go back to data. Let's take this out. We're going to put longitude up here, latitude over here. We get the world. State has to go somewhere. There we go. So remember, state, for if you're looking for the region, like a certain region in North America, you would do longitude for the upper column here, for columns here. You would do rows on the bottom, and then you would put your state in the detail section. So now we're focused on the Northeast states. And now we're going to have to look at one variable. So I'm going to check clothing and footwear again, and I'm going to put this in the color. And now I can see a graph chart, a map chart for clothing and footwear, which is pretty nice. And we have this graph here. It shows you the lowest is a lighter number. The lower, and the higher numbers have a darker blue. Let's see if we want some text. Here we go, some mark labels to make it easier, find more information faster. And now I'm going to show you another aspect of analytics with the map graph. The only option we have right now to represent analytics on the map graph is cluster. Change that to average, And now we're good. Now this is probably one of the first times you guys have seen something like this. Clustering means that the areas that have similar data, they're grouped together. Like for example, cluster 3 is this red color. Why are they grouped together? It's because they had similar data for 2013 for clothing and footwear. So that's similar percent change. This is just, they're close. So Pennsylvania and Maryland have a close percent change for 2013 for clothing and footwear. Pennsylvania is 0.9%, Maryland 0.7%, Vermont is 0.2%, New Hampshire is 0.3%. I'm going to change the year. See? It's pretty interesting, but let's also change what we're looking at. Let's take out clothes for a second. And now let's look at recreational goods and vehicles. We change it to the average. Cluster 1. Oops. And you can see over time, for the same variable we're looking at, the different states are not always in the same cluster. So this means that the data or the percent change is different every year. So you would say like New Jersey had higher percent change for food and beverage sales than Pennsylvania. Like if they were the same one year, doesn't mean they'll be the same the following year, which is why this is changing so much. And this is just showing that these are very, very close. All about this was a bad year. Nothing really different to report for this year for recreational vehicles and goods. And then yeah, I think I showed you guys most of the important stuff about business intelligence that can be used with data analytics with Tableu. Oh, and like for a business, thinking from a business perspective, you would say you want to use this clustering tool, and you would want to know which sections have similar spending habits. So you would say like Vermont and New Hampshire, like if they have similar spending habits, you would want to know to invest for the future. That these states have similar interests, which is really helpful for like retail stores and things like that. But also know that not every state is always going to be similar year after year. This is just a helpful tool to see the change over time and make insights for your business. I will talk about Google Data Studio in my next video. Thank you so much.